Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Now, this time we are heading off to the Caribbean and we are heading off to St. Lucia. And to be more precise, we're heading off to Antilla Brewing Co. to take a look at their passion fruit ale. Pale ale, if you like. It's coming in at 4.7% in a 355ml can. Now, this wasn't cheap. $6, so you're looking about £6 for that. Not something I would spend that kind of money on normally, but you know, it's not every week you're going to be heading off to St. Lucia and picking up this sort of stuff. So I've picked it up to give it a go. I did have it on tap, so I'm not going to give anything away. By all accounts, and this is only a rumour, that somebody told me that I think the locals were getting charged half the sort of price that we were. So maybe they're taking the biscuit out of the tourists, I don't know. But do you blame them, really? So yeah, kind of nice looking artwork on the can. It's brewed with fresh passion fruit. So without further ado, let's get this cracked open and give her a taste. Now, I did try getting an Antilla Brewing glass, but they weren't selling them. There was two on the shelf, but they said they weren't selling them. So we're going to bang it in this Collective Arts one. I think that'll suit the beer. I don't think I've given it a clean, so the beer may end up being horrendous in it. But let's get it cracked open and see what we get. I'm going to try not to knock the table too much, because I've noticed when I've looked back at a couple of videos, it's the bloody thing's always wobbling. And it's down to me hitting it with my knees or dropping kegs on the table. So, fits nicely in there. So, can on the table. Beer in a glass. It's a sort of... It's got that traditional amber kind of look about it. My camera's going to go off. There's very little carbonation going up. Could be because the glass is dirty. We've got just a sprinkling of white compact head on top. It's not looking very inspiring in this glass. Now, like I say, that could be because it is dirty. But we'll see. Oh, hang on. No, there is a bit going up there. There's a bit of chill haze on it. But it's a hazy amber colour. A light dusting of white head on top with a little bit of carbonation going up. So let's dive in on the nose and see what we get. I think this brewery, well, I've actually spilt it. I think this brewery started out in 2017, but I could be wrong. Yeah, you definitely get the passion fruit in there. Sweet maltiness. Fresh passion fruit. Really, you really do pick that passion fruit up. It really does give the beer another dimension on the nose, because it is pretty much just that you pick up, as in sort of fruity flavours. It does say on the can, fruity, light and tropical. It's all passion fruit for me. Sweet malt. Smells alright. Not really picking up any massive sort of hop presence in there, which I've noticed. I noticed that with the last beer that I'd done of theirs, that you didn't really get like this massive hop sort of burst in there. Anyway, stop waffling. Give her a go. Cheers. Okay. Beer's nice. Straight away, I'm going to say it's nice. Just quickly, it's very much old school with passion fruit in, which gives it that little bit of a modern twist. But let's do all the other bit first, you know, the usual stuff I do. .7, but there is a good body to this beer for me. You do feel it when you drink it. It's quite weighty. Very lightly carbonated. I would like to see a little bit more fizz in there. I think that would bring the beer a bit more to life. But it does give it a nice smoothness in the mouth. It's pretty soft. It's very, again, like I said with the other beer that I've done, the IPA, it's very sort of old school. And this has got that old school feel about it with passion fruit put in it. And it gives it a nice sweetness. It's a nice little twist. So for me, there's nothing that really sort of comes out first. You don't really get the maltiness, then the passion fruit. You're greeted with that sweet maltiness with passion fruit in the same sort of taste. It's not sort of separate flavours. You get that all at once. So you're not bombarded with lots of different stuff, I would say. But it's nice. It's refreshing. The wrong type of beer for the UK, but I only bought this, say, a week and a half ago. So, bearing in mind it was 30 degrees then, this beer is going to go down a treat then. It's definitely a sort of summer kind of beer. Refreshing, drinkable. Considering it's got a very big sort of maltiness in this beer, it's got a crispness about it. I don't find you get so much of that with a sort of heavier, maltier beer. You don't necessarily get that crispness. But this has got that crispness, and I think it's the passion fruit in it that really sort of brings that out. Pardon me, I've got a bit of gas coming up. But it's not ready. It will come when I'm about to speak and just flay out. 4.7%. You don't get that all. You don't get that all. You could mistake that for certainly something in the low fours, if you like. You know, if somebody told you that's 4.2%, you'd go, yeah. There's no sort of hint of alcohol or nothing in there. It's got that nice sort of light drinkability about it. It's a decent drop, actually. I do like it. You might look at it. Is it worth $6? It's never worth $6. But what it is a well-made beer, and it's really enjoyable. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to give too much away at the start of the video, but I said I had it on tap. I enjoyed it on tap. My wife actually tried this beer before me. Now, my wife's not a big, she's certainly not a, you know, a sort of pale ale fan or an ale sort of fan, but she liked this herself. She said, "Ooh, that's really nice," and I agree with her. That's a nice drop. It's old school with a little twist with that passion fruit. So yeah, Antilla Brewing Co.'s passion fruit ale, although rather expensive in a can, it is a nice little drop, and it's yeah, it like I say, it's traditional but a nice twist on it. And I'd happily see something like that over here, because I think that is the spot. So yeah, if you happen to go to St. Lucia, give the old passion fruit ale a try. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Hope you've enjoyed the video. There's one more from St. Lucia to come. I may even do that in a minute. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe. Thankfully, or hopefully, I haven't bored you. And I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.